Hey, y'all, it's Krystal Hunsucker. Happy Magnanimous Monday. Welcome to your $1 Million Message. I'm so excited that you're listening today, and we have just had a crazy, crazy time. It has just been such a fun season. We celebrated Boone's birthday again from last month, but we had a little party this weekend. We have family in from Mississippi, and we are just busy, y'all. Today, I'm going to jump right in, and I want you to just sit down and relax and imagine that every single morning you clicked on your bank account, and every day when you clicked on it, you had $86,400. Woo! $86,400. Can you imagine? What would that feel like? What would you buy? Like, what would you do with that if you clicked on it? You had $86,400. But there's a catch. You have to spend it all today. What would you do with the money? What would you do with it? I mean, you have all these dollars, and at the end of the day, it's gone. But guess what? Tomorrow, you get another $86,400. But there's a catch, another catch. You have to spend all of it, and you never know when the bank will close. Well, those $86,400 are how many seconds a day that you have. Will you make the most of today? So I want to really just get you thinking on that, just what would you do with that? What would it look like? And how many of us waste a lot of those, quote, dollars, because time is money, right? But I'm going to jump in and read something else to you. I am your constant companion. I am your greatest helper or heaviest burden. I will push you onward or drag you down to failure. I am completely at your command. Half of the things you do, you might as well turn over to me, and I will do them quickly and correctly. I am easily managed. You must be firm with me. Show me exactly how you want something done, and after a few lessons, I will do it automatically. I am the servant of great people and alas of all failures as well. Those who are great, I have made great, and those who are failures, I have made failures. I'm not a machine, though I work with the precision of a machine, plus the intelligence of a person. You may run me for profit or run me for ruin. It makes no difference to me. Take me, train me, be firm with me, and I will place the world at your feet. Be easy with me, and I will destroy you. Who am I? I am a habit. So talking about this time, you really have to have really great habits in place to utilize the time that we're given. Don't you agree? And so you have to start with a foundational habit. So let's talk a little bit about that. You've got to identify the habit that you're wanting to form. If that habit's booking, that habit is walking, that habit is eating healthier, whatever that looks like, you have got to start somewhere, or is going to be the destruction of you and your dreams and your goals. So let's find a foundational habit. You've got to decide what it is. And know that why are habits difficult? Because a lot of times we don't see progress fast enough. And then the second is we don't feel like it. I know I've shared this before, but I just adore my sweet friend, Suzanne Black, and her late mother, National Sales Director, Carol Robertson. She used to always say, work from discipline, not emotion. And, a lot of times we don't feel like it. And, the thing is, what we have found, though, this is really interesting because I'm about to kind of twist some things that we've learned and we believe. And that is, how long does it take to learn a habit? I'm going to be completely honest with you. There actually is not a magic number, because the bottom line is that every single one of us is different. And a habit I might be able to do, it might take me 40 days, might take you a year, or it might take you 30 days, or it might take you 28 days. So whatever that looks like for you, don't get discouraged if you've ever heard, if you do this many times in a row, then you will create the habit. And, the thing also that you've got to remember is that habits do compound. I want you to imagine that you've just made a pot of water. I actually made spaghetti for dinner tonight. And so I got the water, and I even try to excel the heating faster. I put the pan, this is really what I do, you guys. I put my pan on the burner early, so I let it get hot. I turn the water on as hot as I can at the sink, so then I pick up the pan that's already getting warm. I put the hot water in it, hoping that I can make the water get hotter faster and boil faster. Just a fun little cooking trick. But you turn the heat on and you watch it. And every single minute you're watching it, and it looks like nothing is happening. But in all honesty, the water is getting hotter and hotter, even though you can't see it. You might see a little bubble here or there, but there's really nothing until the magical number of 212 degrees. Until that water gets 212 degrees, you won't see it happening. It's the same thing with your habit. That boiling of that habit working and doing, you're not going to see the results until you keep going and going and going. And Darren Hardy, from his book, The Compound Effect, wrote, small start plus choices plus consistency plus time equals radical difference. And we want to have a radical difference this month, right? Well, so let's jump in. I'm going to be quick today. I've got 7 things for you. What are ways to make sure your habits stick? Number 1 is make it a daily habit. So first of all, you guys, you do have to decide what habit are you going to focus on. Craig Groeschel teaches that every year he makes certain that he creates one a year. But what if, starting today, we started creating one awesome habit that was going to take us farther in life, that you focused on one thing this year? Do that for 20 years. You've got 20 new life-changing habits, right? But you've got to start with one. If you start with everything, you won't do any of them, and you'll be discouraged, and you'll probably stop. So let's make it daily. A lot of times with this habit, it does help if you, starting out, that you do it at the same time every single day, that you do it at the same time every single day. You know, one of the things that my mom does is that since she had been sick, she's had to take some extra medicine. And so she has this bag of all this medicine, and she doesn't love doing it, but she's taking it to help with her heart and some different things going on. And so what she does is she does all of her skincare. And while her skincare is like settling on her face before she puts her makeup on, she takes all of her medications that she needs and her vitamins. She takes them right then and there. Then she puts her makeup on. Well, she is so structured with this habit that the few times that she does, you know, take a day off and not put her makeup on, she forgets to take her medicine. Isn't that interesting? Because she's not doing that structure, exact time, every single day, same sequence. That is how she's made it a daily habit. So make sure that when you first start, and this isn't always possible, but making it a daily habit. Now, something that a lot of people don't want to hear, I'll tell you right now, I did not want to hear this. When you're starting with a new habit, so what if the new habit you want to create is that you walk 3 to 5 times per week. When you start forming the habit, if you want to form the habit, you have to start doing it every single day. Yeah, mic drop, not fun. Number 2, make sure your habit is measurable. It's got to be measurable. So what is your minimum? Okay, so for instance, one of my habits that I am implementing into my life right now is that I journal, write out a prayer and a grateful list every single night. Well, it's got to be measurable. So, for instance, mine is measurable that at the minimum, I write at least one phrase or one sentence, even if I'm so tired before bed. So if I'm just exhausted before bed, I will at least get the book out and write, Lord, I am so tired tonight. Good night. I mean, literally, that is all I will write, but I still did it. I still wrote in the journal. Some nights I can't stop writing. I have so much to share. My heart is just bubbling over. Some nights I'm okay at it, but some nights I can barely muster up the energy. It was just one of those days that to put the pen in my hand and write it. So let's say you've got that goal of doing some kind of walking 3 to 5 times a week. Well, maybe your minimum is that you'll walk around your house for 5 minutes every single day. So I'm trying to help you to see, though, that you can do this, because even if you're like, well, Krystal, great, you just busted my bubble. I don't want to walk 7 days a week. I wanted to walk 3 to 5 days a week. I can't get dressed. I can't fit that into my schedule, but can you fit 5 minutes in before, whenever? Just walk around your house, maybe run in place, do jumping jacks, do something. At least, what is your minimum, okay? So you've got to make sure your habit is measurable, okay? How about this? With booking, do we not, oh my gosh, I need 30 bookings. I need to call 30 people, and then we call 9. How about let's get one booking. Let's call one person. Maybe that's going to be where you start with making it measurable, that you at least make one booking every single day, right? Number 3, track it. We all know, and we've heard a million times in Mary Kay, a tracked number grows. And it is mathematical. It is not magical. So you've got to be able to track it, whatever that looks like for you. You can use an app on your phone. You can set a reminder, use the notes on your phone. You can have a little whiteboard that maybe you use and you mark it every single day. You make a poster and put stickers on it, whatever it looks like. Print out a piece of paper and mark things off. Track it and keep it with you and keep it in front of you. Number 4, we've already talked about this a little bit. Start small, one at a time. One at a time. Don't try to change everything today. Change one thing today. Number 5, have an accountability partner. And I can tell you, this is so crucial, that you have somebody that you're being accountable to. If it's to drink your water, having someone who loves you that'll check in and say, hey, did you drink your water today? Or did you at least do 5 minutes of cardio today? Did you do something to get your heart rate up? Did you do that booking call? Who is someone that that you can be accountable to? Don't do it alone. Isn't it so much easier when you start a workout regimen and you have a buddy, you have a girlfriend or a husband or a friend or a bestie or sister or whatever that you go walking with, or that you meet at the gym, or you guys are doing that Zumba class together? Isn't it so much easier when you can count on seeing other people and you go do it? I know that was one of the things years ago when I used to do CrossFit. It was such a community that I knew that I had made friendships there and that they were going to notice when I didn't show up. There was accountability for me to show up and do that workout that about killed me. Anyways, yay to all the CrossFitters. I applaud you. You are amazing. Number 6, don't stop if it seems it's taking too long. Oh, man, this is the big one, you guys. You can count on your habits, but you cannot stop if it seems like it's taking long, because, again, there is not a magical number on when you personally are going to develop a habit. Before I left on my vacation, I had been going for about a month writing in a grateful journal morning and night. Every morning I would wake up and do it, and every night at bed I was doing it. I can tell you it was becoming a habit. I thought it was a habit. I took a little break. I even printed the sheets off at vacation, but I didn't keep doing it. Interesting, right? So I came home. I haven't gotten back doing it again yet. I've done it a couple times in the morning, and then I'm forgetting at night. So I've got to go back to setting my reminders, putting the book out. I like to keep the book in my nightstand so that it's easy for me to remember. But again, I keep forgetting. So I can't put it in the nightstand. I've got to keep it right beside my bed so that I see it every single day. Don't stop if it seems like it's taking too long. I've just got to pick it back up and try again so that it'll become a habit. And number 7 is keep motivational reminders on hand. Why are you doing this? What is it about this habit that is going to push you and make you better? So these are just some simple ways to get you and help you to make a habit. And just know, too, that you just start with that foundational habit. So, for instance, a foundational habit is if I want to drink water. Well, when I drink all the water, I feel like I'm being happy. I'm being healthy. I'm being happy. I should be happy I'm drinking water. I feel like I'm being healthy. So all of a sudden, because I am drinking all the water, that makes me want to not eat fried food because I'm drinking the water, I'm being healthy. Why would I order something fried? I should order this instead. Well, gosh, I feel so good. I'm drinking this water. I ordered this instead. I should go for a that is a keystone habit that becomes a stackable habit, that one habit stacking leads to another. That's called habit stacking. Something else is those timely reminders, time blocking, and schedule for the new habit, making sure that you have a time start for the first, for the first several months. I would have it in your calendar, on your watch reminder, on your phone reminder, whatever that looks like, and start the habit every day at first, which we already talked about. You've got to do it every day at first to make it a success. And just to close the call today, I want to read a couple of things to you. Discipline, Abraham Lincoln said, discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Jim Rohn said, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Robert Collier said, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. Based on Aristotle's teachings, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Harvey Mackay said, time is free, but it is. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. Once you've lost it, you can never get it back. Someone else, anonymous, said, the greatest gift you can give someone is your time, because when you give your time, you're giving a portion of your life that you will never get back. Another anonymous, we will make time for what we feel is important in our lives. Jim Rohn also said, either you run your day or the day runs you. Jonathan Estrin said, the way we spend our time defines who we are. John Maxwell says, if your habits don't line up with your dream, then you need to either change your habits or change your dream. And last but not least, John Maxwell also says, I can predict long-term success if you show me your daily habits. I hope you're going to make some good habits this month, and it's going to be life-changing for you and for your business, and people around you are going to notice, and you're going to pass this on. You're going to pass this on to your friends, to your team, to your unit, to your area, and you're also going to pass it on to your children, because we are changing generations, right? Well, raise your hands in the air so I can bless you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you. May you know that if God is for you, who can be against you? With God on your side, whom shall you fear? May you be like a tree that is planted by rivers of living water, that your leaf will not wither, and whatsoever you do, say it with me, it shall prosper. Have a magnanimous Monday and go make a new habit.